This report is brought to you by Cerule, makers of a new category of plant-based products scientifically proven to naturally increase the number of adult stem cells in circulation. This offers a variety of benefits to reduce the effects of human aging. Please view their ad at the end of this report. About 6 weeks ago, I got a call from a rep from Cerule, the makers of Stem Enhance Ultra, a product which boosts your bone marrow's natural output of adult stem cells. I was skeptical at first, but promised I would test it out. I have a nagging tennis injury, a rotator cuff shoulder problem. Surgery is pretty iffy, so I've been a long-time user of glucosamine products. They don't help much, but that has been my only alternative. So I gave it a try. The rep told me that it would usually take several months before any noticeable difference would occur. First week, nothing. Second week, maybe a little better. But then by the third week, all of a sudden I realized it was a lot better. All I can say is Stem Enhance has worked for us, and non-invasively. Yes, I could have paid $5,000 to have a stem cell injection into my shoulder, but it wears off. Why not stimulate the body's natural ability to generate the stem cells itself, which then travel naturally wherever they are needed for a fraction of the cost? One visit to a doctor can cost more than a month's supply of this product. There's a lot of science behind this. I wouldn't be advertising it otherwise. This works. Check out their website at billstill.cerule.com. There's also a 30-day money-back guarantee on a single bottle purchase, so you can try it risk-free.
Good afternoon. I'm still reporting on the coup. Biden administration officials, when called in to testify before Congress, have developed the stall and don't recall strategy. Each Congressperson only gets 5 minutes to interrogate these officials, so they have learned to take as long as possible in answering all questions, peppered with the assertion, "I don't recall," in order to stave off accusations of perjury on down the road once the truth is revealed. But relatively new Congressman Troy Nehls from Richmond, Texas, has developed an interesting counter-strategy to the stall and don't recall strategy. Just a little background on this guy. Troy Nehls got his bachelor's degree from Liberty University, one of the nation's elite Christian universities. He then went into the U.S. Army Reserve and was deployed in Iraq and Afghanistan. After 21 years of service, he retired with the rank of major and as the recipient of 2 Bronze Stars. In 1994, he returned home to Texas and began a career in law enforcement. From 2004 to 2012, he served 2 terms as the elected constable for Fort Bend County, followed by 2 terms as Fort Bend County Sheriff. He was sworn in as a congressman for the 22nd District of Texas on January 3, 2021, and reelected in November 2022. So he knows how to be the boss.
So let me paint the picture for America. Hunter Biden joins Burisma in 2014. Burisma, very, very corrupt Ukrainian energy company. He has no experience in oil and gas. He admits it. He says, I don't have any experience. I know why I'm there. I have a dad. I have with me a document called the FD 1023. Have you seen this? You're familiar with it? Okay, it's used by the FBI, everybody in America. It's used by the FBI. It is a confidential human source reporting document dated June 2020. You're familiar with it. In this document, the FBI's confidential human source says Burisma, now the corrupt company, needed to keep Hunter on the board so everything would be okay. And according to the human source, they hired Hunter Biden to, quote, protect us through his dad for all kinds of problems. Mr. Garland, does that concern you? Okay, it should. I got limited time. Remember, your sources are credible, trustworthy, honest, and valuable. Are you familiar with Victor Shokin?
The document that you're...
Who is Mr. Victor Shokin? So I got 3 minutes left.
You want me to answer that?
Yeah, Victor Shokin. Who is he?
I don't know. Do you want me to answer
he's
the
the
first
prosecutor, folks. He's the prosecutor that was, he oversees all the corruption in Ukraine. We know there's corruption over there. For the American people watching, after a few months after Hunter Biden joined the Burisma board, Viktor Shokin was named Prosecutor General for Ukraine to target corruption. And one of his investigations was into Burisma. In this FD 1023 document, the human source clarified that Burisma's CEO, the man in charge of Burisma, said he has many text messages and recordings that show he was coerced to make such payment to ensure Viktor Shokin was fired. Matter of fact, there were 17 of them. Mr. Garland, it's clear Joe Biden wanted Shokin fired so he would stop looking into Burisma, where Hunter was on the board. Would you agree? All right, let's let the American people decide. Play the clip. Play the clip.
I remember going over convincing our team, or others too, convincing us that we should be providing for loan guarantees. And I went over, for, I guess, the 12th, 13th time to Kyiv, and I was supposed to announce that there was another $1 billion loan guarantee. And I had gotten a commitment from Poroshenko and from
Pay attention, sir,
Yatsenyuk that they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't. So they said they were walking out to press conference. I said, no, I said, I'm not going to, or we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a bitch. Got fired. And they put in place someone who was solid.
Mr. Attorney General, what you just saw there was Joe Biden in his arrogance and role as the vice president of this country saying if you don't fire Shokin, the United States isn't given the $1 billion loan. Why would Joe Biden say that as the vice president? Why would he say such a thing? Was it policy? Was it our policy at the time? Yes or no? It wasn't. I have documents here. Interagency Policy Committee dated October 15th.
Point of information, is the gentleman ever going to let the gentleman
I'm on my
answer
time, pipe down. Saying Shokin had made significant reforms.
Texas.
He's made significant reforms, Shokin did. Matter of fact, John Kerry says he was impressive. And you know, within a few months after Shokin was fired, they appoint a prosecutor that said, we're not going to look into Burisma anymore. Cancel that, forget it, we're not looking into Burisma. Boom, here comes the $1 million. Joe Biden threatened the Ukrainian president and the prime minister, everybody can see it, to fire Shokin, or the United States won't give the $1 billion. If that is not quid pro quo, sir, what is? I will tell you what it is, and America agrees with me. It's bribery, and it's impeachable. Are you going to do something about it? I bet you're not, and that's why you, sir, also need to be impeached. I yield back.
I'm still reporting from just outside the citadel of world freedom. Good day.